Hello and welcome back to MJL Reviews. Today I'm going to show you one of my many anatomical models. Today it's our basic larynx model, and I like this because it helps me understand the structure of the larynx for my own singing, but also it helps me explain it to my students. It is not inexpensive. I bought it at $60, but right now it's selling on Amazon for $77, and I think it's around that at the actual website, 3B Scientific as well. But I use it all the time. I do find it essential for my teaching. Whether it's essential for your singing, it depends on how anatomically minded you are, how visual you are, how much you need to reach out and be able to touch something. So I think that singing can be one of the more difficult disciplines because you can't see what you're doing. I can't see my larynx. I'm not like a tennis player and I see my racket and I see the ball and I go boonk. I'm not like a pianist where I can see my hands and I can see the keys. I'm a singer. I have to do everything sort of with mental exercises. I don't get to see what I'm doing. I don't get to see my larynx unless I go to, I suppose, a laryngologist or an ENT and they scope me. And that's never really super comfortable to sing with, and it's very expensive. So that's not everyday practice. This, however, this 3B scientific laryngeal model really shows the basic structures of the larynx, the ones that I'm concerned with understanding. And it is not horribly expensive. There are certainly much more expensive models out there in the market. So first, this is the thyroid gland, and I'm going to kind of ignore that because that does not so much matter for my understanding of singing. The larynx is here, and it is where the vocal folds are housed. It is a cartilage system with muscles, and that's how we create sound. So first things first, this structure right here is the thyroid cartilage. It's also sometimes referred to as the Adam's apple. Your cricoid cartilage is right there. And in the back, we have the pair of arytenoid cartilages. Those are primarily the ones that I'm concerned with. We have a muscle that connects the thyroid cartilage to the cricoid cartilage. We call that the cricothyroid cartilage. And we have a muscle that connects the thyroid to the pair of arytenoids. We call that the thyroarytenoid muscle. And then up here, you might think that this is your jaw, but it's actually the hyoid bone, which sits here. And all of my wonderful viewings of SVU lets me know that if I'm ever strangled to death, then my hyoid would break. And so that's how a lot of the times they determine cause of death is that hyoid bone intact or not? Excuse me for fangirling over SVU. What's neat about this is that it splits apart. And then on the inside, you can see your vocal folds. And they even show you the epithelial layer, that thin, specialized layer of tissue. It's painted in white. And they show you that there is the muscle there, the thyroarytenoid muscle, right there. Now, what I wish this model would do is show the tilting of the thyroid cartilage. So what happens is that when you sing a higher note, or you change pitch, I should say, and this is my cricoid, and this is my thyroid cartilage goes like this. That's the front of the thyroid, right? And it stretches and lengthens my vocal folds by tilting. So if only this could tilt forward, you can see that joint right there. If only it would tilt forward. But I've never actually found a laryngeal model that has that tilting action. Yet to be found. That would make it the ideal laryngeal model, but I'm sure it would be very expensive. So I like this. This is, I believe, 3 times the size, or 3.5 times the size of your average larynx. Our larynxes are very, very petite. And it just helps me visualize what's going on in a way that a drawing can't, because this is 3D. And I can touch it, and I can look at it, and I can think, oh, that's what that looks like, and I can understand that a little bit better. So, highly recommend this. It is a little pricey, but compared to other laryngeal models that can be $300, I think this is affordable. It's also extremely travel-friendly, so if you're a teacher that needs to travel, highly recommend. And as a student, I would say for college students, this would be an excellent model to pick up. It will help you ace that vocal ped exam that you might have coming soon. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.